Thank y'all for tuning in and welcome back. Let's get into it. So, we must first understand how important our comfort is as humans. Everything that we do is about comfort. We go to work because we desire comfort of having our own place to stay, having a bed to lay in, having food in the fridge. We don't want to be uncomfortable. We don't want to do the uncomfortable things. But the truth of the matter is, discomfort is inevitable. We're not able to avoid it. I'm sorry to tell you, discomfort is something that we all are going to face, regardless what life we choose to live. If you choose to stay in your comfort zone and you stay in a situation that is not benefiting you or is not in alignment with you, it's going to be discomfort. And staying somewhere that you no longer need to be. We stay in these jobs, we stay in these relationships, we stay in these places that we are in life because of comfort. You staying at a job that you do not like because you know that this job is comfortable and it's going to pay my bills. You stay in this relationship that you are not getting any fulfillment in because it's comfortable. I know this person. I know what they do, what they don't do. I know what to expect. And although it's not what I truly desire, it's comfortable. I know what to expect. And we need to understand that desire for comfort literally can leave us stuck. If we have to be comfortable to be able to do anything in life, we're not going to do anything. If you have to be comfortable to take action, you're never going to take action because it's uncomfortable, to take action, especially when it's action that you have not been taking before. Like if you haven't been doing something before, it's going to be uncomfortable. That's like you trying a new sport, a new skill, or just anything new. It's going to be uncomfortable because it's not something that we are used to. The more you do something, the more you get comfortable with it. But we have to understand that discomfort, for one, is inevitable. It's not something that we can avoid. It's also something that we actually need to voluntarily participate in. We need to choose to be uncomfortable. When you are going to the gym, that's voluntary discomfort, because you are giving up the short-term satisfaction of just not doing anything and just staying in the bed to long-term benefit from having the body or, the health that you would like. Nobody or most people don't like to work out. I don't like when I have to go in the gym and I have to push myself, but we do it because I desire to look good. Like I want to look good. I desire to feel good in my body. I desire to be healthy. And although, the act of working out is just not something that I truly enjoy, the result of that is something that I enjoy. I enjoy putting on my clothes and liking the way that I look in them. I enjoy feeling confident and comfortable in my body. Working out, they say that builds confidence. And the reason that it does is because when you are pushing your body to do something uncomfortable consistently, it gives you confidence that no matter what you face, no matter what you go through, you are going to be able to overcome it because I just pushed myself to do something that was uncomfortable. Think about that. If you are always doing something that is in your comfort zone, you are always doing something that is easy for you and things that you like to do, it's not going to really give you that confidence to feel like you can take on anything because the things that you are currently taking on are things that are easy to you. Versus if you choose to take on something that is uncomfortable, it gives you that power to feel that regardless of comfort level, I'm still going to push myself to do it. And literally everything that we want, our desires, our wants, are on the other side of comfort. Us pushing ourselves to do the things that we may not want to do. For me personally, I have always said that I was not a morning person. I have never been a person that just likes to get up early. I have always been a person that if I had something to do in the morning, I'm going to get up right, just in time for what I need to do. I'm not getting up any earlier. Like if I need to be up at 7, I'm going to get up at 6:30, or I'm going to get up just enough time so I can get the max amount of sleep. But what I didn't realize is that me having that mindset of always wanting to be comfortable and get that sleep was really holding me back. Kobe did this interview, Kobe Bryant. And they literally asked him, like, how did you become one of the greatest players of basketball? And his response was, he got up early. He got up at 4 o'clock. He was intentional with his time. Of course, he could have slept in. Like, you already made it to the NBA. You already getting paid to do what you love. But because he wanted to be the best at it, because he wanted to improve and excel, he took it up a notch by getting up at 4 o'clock when it was not required of him. When it's required of you to do something, we do it. Like, if our job told us, like, you need to be up at this time, we gonna do it because we desire to get paid. We desire to pay our bills. We desire to have that comfort of having a roof over our head. But when you are not being required to do something, it really shows you who you really are. Because if it's not somebody pushing you to do it, if you're not required to do it, are you still gonna do it? And for me personally, when it came to waking up, I did not do it. Like, when I left my 9 to 5 and I did not have to get up early, I slept in every day. I stayed up late and I slept in late. I woke up, did not know what I wanted to do for the day. It was literally unpredictable. I didn't know what I was signing up for each and every day I woke up. I didn't know what time I was going to wake up. I didn't know what time I planned on going to bed. I didn't have no type of structure in my life because in my eyes, I view structure as uncomfortable. I view structure as, restriction, because I always have been a person that has loved their freedom. Freedom has always been one of the main things that I strive to have. And me being put on a schedule was just not in alignment. But what I did not realize is that my desire for freedom counteracted really what I truly wanted for my life. Because yes, I desired freedom, but I was not really willing to put in the work to actually get. We always say we want this, we want that, but you can say anything. I can desire anything, but if I'm not willing to put in the actions to obtain this said thing, how bad do I really want it? That's like a guy you're dating. He's saying that he really wants to see you, but he's not putting in any actions to take you on a date. He's not taking any action to spend time with you. It's like, how can you say you really want to see me? Like, our mouths, we can say anything. It's about the action. It's about what we do. And no matter how much we can claim that we want something, we don't want it that bad if we're not willing to put in the action behind it. I know sometimes we feel like we just want to wake up and just have everything that we want, but the truth is it's not realistic. It's delusional to want something and not be willing to work for it. You have to be so locked in with your goals to the point where, regardless of how uncomfortable I may be in doing this, I'm going to keep doing it. Because again, humans, we desire that comfort. We do everything for comfort, because overall, I'm doing the small uncomfortable things, but I'm doing it to get the end result, which to me is comfort. I'm working hard. I'm being disciplined in the stuff that I'm doing, like, because ultimately in the end, I want to be able to have control over my time, control over my income. I want to be able to walk in a store and not see if I have enough money to buy what I need. I want to have that comfort to be able to pay for the things that I want and the things that I need in life. So use those desires to actually push you past that initial discomfort feeling. Because everything that we do when we are progressing, it's going to be uncomfortable. Me talking right now on this camera is uncomfortable. I've never talked this much in my life, I feel. But I felt that God was pulling me and pushing me towards this path. And even when I stopped going towards what I knew I should be doing, I still was not comfortable. Because I knew, like, I was supposed to be moving towards and taking action. We can do 1,000 hours of research. We can do all this planning, but it really boils down to the actions that we are willing to take to achieve these said things that we claim that we want. People need to be able to look at your life and know what your desires are without you even having to say anything. If we were looking at Kobe's life and he didn't say anything to us and we watched him get up at 4 o'clock, work out from 4 to 6, do other things, and then work out again without us even needing to hear what he said. We could tell through his action that this is what he desired. And that's how it has to be for us as well. Without us even opening our mouth, people must be able to see our desires on us. I say that I want to be healthy, I want to lose 30 pounds. But if people looking at my life, they don't see that I'm working out, they don't see that I'm trying to eat healthy, they don't see any correlation to me really wanting this. Because yeah, you saying you lose 30 pounds, but every time you have an option to overeat, you constantly going out to eat every day. You're not eating healthy, you're not working out, you're not doing anything. It's like, how can you say that you want this, but you're not willing to be uncomfortable to obtain it? You know, the things that we want out of life is not going to be easily attainable. It's not going to be in our comfort zone. The only things that you are going to be able to get out of staying in your comfort zone are the things that are already there. For me, that was a job that was just paying me just enough to pay the bills. That was a job that, you know, did not allow me to have any flexibility with my schedule. It was really things that I did not like. I thought that my comfort zone was comfortable, but if you look at it, I wasn't comfortable even in my comfort zone. Like, I think that I'm comfortable, but I got a job that I do not like, which is uncomfortable. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, barely being able to pay my bills, which is uncomfortable. Being in a relationship that's not serving me, where a man is cheating on me, disrespecting me, is uncomfortable. Yes, I feel like staying in this job, staying in this relationship is comfortable. But when I really step back and look at it, I'm actually not comfortable in this comfort zone either. You know, it's not really even comfortable in that comfort zone as we want to believe and feel like it is. Because truth be told, it's uncomfortable when you cannot buy the things that you need because you don't have the money to be able to afford it. It's uncomfortable to be around somebody that does not value you, that disrespects you, that makes you feel unworthy. It's uncomfortable. So my thing is, choose your discomfort. Choose what things that you are wanting to deal with, because ultimately it's leading you to your goal. I'm choosing to be uncomfortable waking up early, going to the gym, and doing these things because ultimately what I say I want is what I want, and I'm willing to work on it. So the thing is, we have to be willing to be uncomfortable, you know, consistently. You know, doing something one time is not going to get us the progress that we really truly desire. You going to work out one time, I'm sorry to tell you, you're not going to get the body just working out one time. But you choosing to consistently put yourself into these discomfort states or doing the uncomfortable things is going to give you that confidence. It's going to give you those tools that you need to be able to obtain the life that you truly desire. For me, I slept so much because when I woke up, this is not the life that I wanted for myself. This is not the life that I truly desired. But I really didn't correlate that to me oversleeping. I knew that I was not taking the proper action and the proper steps to obtain the things that I said that I wanted. When I started getting up at 5 a.m., having a set schedule on the things that I was supposed to do for that day, it really was a game changer for me. Because of course, obviously, if I'm being more intentional with my time, of course, it's going to boost, you know, my level of confidence in myself. But it also made me feel like I could do anything. Like, I hate getting up early, but I'm doing it every day. That made me feel like, bitch, I'm unstoppable. I'm doing something that I really don't want to do. When you do things that you don't want to do, you build that confidence within yourself that you will be able to do anything. You think Kobe wanted to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning when he didn't have to get up to maybe 8? Do you think he wanted to do that? Do you think that he wanted to lose sleep or go to bed early and stay on a strict schedule? Do you think he wanted to do those things? No. In most cases, the things that we have to do, we're not going to want to do them. But does that mean that we should not do it? No. Because if we don't do the things that we know we should be doing, we're going to be uncomfortable anyway. You still going to be comfortable if you're not working out and you saying you want to lose 20 pounds. Because when it comes time to put your clothes on and you don't like what you see in the mirror, discomfort. Versus if you would have volunteered to put yourself in an uncomfortable state by working out consistently, now it's comfort what I see in that mirror. I see the progress. The more you progress, the more confidence you build in yourself. And we have to understand that just because something doesn't feel good doesn't mean that we're not supposed to be doing it. Again, me expressing myself, me opening myself to be criticized is very uncomfortable for me. To me, I felt like I had to be perfect. I had to be the role model, and sometimes that doesn't allow you to really express yourself authentically because you are trying to be perfect. So it was uncomfortable for me to come on this camera and speak what I feel and open myself to be criticized, but I have to be willing to take that. I have to be willing to accept the discomfort. So my main thing is just pick your discomfort. You know, discomfort is inevitable. There's no way to avoid it. There's no way to bypass it, but you can choose what discomfort you choose to feel. Do you want to choose the discomfort of waking up every day, going to a job that you hate? Or do you want to choose the discomfort of studying and, you know, working towards the career that you actually desire? Because we have to understand short-term discomfort is perfectly normal for long-term benefit. You know, again, people need to be able to look at our life and correlate the things that we say that we want to what we're actually doing. And it's so funny though, it's like we always believe that we actually receive something, we're gonna know how to steward it. We feel like, oh, I had $1 million. If I had the perfect job, the perfect relationship, I'm gonna know what to do with it. When reality is like that's just not how it works, baby. You don't just know how to do something. You have to actually put in the work. You have to practice. You have to do the inner work for this relationship that you claim that you want. You have to study for the career that you say that you want. You have to be disciplined in your actions behind the things that you say that you want, because when it's time for you to actually receive that, you know that you can maintain it. I've already laid the foundation. Like, if God bless me tomorrow with everything that I asked for, I know that I can steward it. Because I'm already laying the foundation right now by getting up, being disciplined, letting go of the things that I know are not getting me to who I want to be. And y'all, it literally was a time in my life where I was just so depressed because I just really was like, God, you know, I just want to wake up and everything that I want is there. But God does not have any confidence that you are going to be able to maintain these things if you're not already taking action towards it. God is looking at your life and he's seeing that you desire this, but he also sees that you're not willing to put in the work. You're not willing to make the sacrifices, to be uncomfortable, to actually achieve it or maintain it. So it's like, why should I give you something that I'm not even sure that you are able to maintain? Versus if he already see that you're going to the gym, you're disciplining yourself, you doing these things, he has that confidence of letting you have that, because she's already in alignment with this. She's already taking the action towards the things that she says she wants. Y'all think about it. It's really just that simple. You know, you can say anything with your mouth. It's about what your actions say. If your actions are saying that regardless of how uncomfortable I feel, I'm going to keep doing it, God knows that whatever I bring to your doorstep, you're going to be able to steward it, because you are already doing the uncomfortable things. Don't wait to get comfortable. Don't wait for it to be comfortable, because it's never going to be that way, especially when it's something new. It's never going to be comfortable. If you are thinking that let it get comfortable before I take action, it's never going to be comfortable. Okay? So my whole point behind this video is just to, you know, encourage us to do the things that are uncomfortable. Encourage ourselves to make the sacrifices for the things that we truly desire. You know, become the person that is able to maintain the things that we say that we want. It's easy to look at somebody that has everything and say that we want that. You know, look at Will Smith. It's like, oh, we would love to be Will Smith. We would love to have that acting ability and those talents that we can see, but we don't know how many long hours we put in to become who he was. You know, we love the end result, but we don't love the journey of getting to that point. We all want the end result, but we don't want to do what it takes to get there. You know, it's easy to want something. We all, you know, desire comfort, and we all want the recognition. We all want the accomplishments, but we have to be willing to do what it takes to achieve those things. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be comfortable. Most times we are going to be uncomfortable. So we should welcome it and accept it. You know, it wasn't easy to get up at 5 o'clock at first for me, because I desired that comfort of sleeping in. But the more I did it, the more easier it became for me. The more that I desired to do it. You know, when I wake up and it's not at 5 o'clock, I'm not really happy with myself because I've made that a standard. You know, I've made that a part of my lifestyle and who I am. You know, I want to be somebody that's disciplined. I want to be somebody that stays on schedule. So you have to upgrade your standard. You already completed this level. You already completed level 5. You trying to go to level 10. You can't go and be at level 10 doing the same thing you were doing on level 5. You're not going to be able to beat level 10 doing the same things you were doing on level 5. It just isn't going to work. So my goal of this video is to inspire y'all to be willing to do the uncomfortable things. Be willing to choose what discomfort you want to face. You know, I'd rather choose the discomfort of doing what I'm doing now than a life that I regret when I'm older. I mean, because that's the worst thing in life, is to let 20, 30 years pass and wake up and realize that you let life pass you by. You didn't do none of the things that you wanted to do. You didn't take the action towards the things that you claimed that you wanted. And now it's 30 years to pass. You know, stop focusing on the goal. Stop focusing on the end result and focus on the daily actions, the daily routines, the discipline, the uncomfortability of doing it and keep doing it anyways. And it's something that's uncomfortable and you keep doing it anyway, you telling yourself that, hey, I'm the boss. My body is uncomfortable. My body don't want to do it, but my mind is telling me we doing it anyway. So yes, build your confidence, build your self-trust and that self-esteem by doing the uncomfortable things consistently, and you will see the change in your life, okay? So thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all got something from this video. Again, make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. Share this with everybody. So thank y'all again, and stay tuned for more.